I trust you have packed ample food.
Illusion shattered! Look alive! Skyward!
Oh?
Shine down!
Yeah.
Skyward! Buckle up! Ha! Seize the skies! Ha! Skyward! Look alive! Hi! There is no escape!
Yeah.
Busted! Things are about to get dicey.
Oi, salve.
Fala aí.
$668.883.785.
Tá, peraí, deixa eu abrir aqui na mensagem.
Né? Agora, na campanha dela, ela já está falando sobre enfrentar oligopólios, né? Ela está falando sobre voltar o direito reprodutivo de mulheres nos Estados Unidos. Mas também a gente tem que saber que enquanto ela foi procuradora do Estado, nos Estados Unidos, ela passou muito pano para as acusações.
Peraí, deixa eu só fazer essa missão aqui.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Usar habilidade elemental. Tipo árbitro. Atributo básico do personagem. Nenhuma. Qual é? Pneuma de água. Pneuma de água. Não tem pneuma de água aqui.
Vê se gosto da Xianyu. Queria pegar ela, mas não sei se compensa na minha conta.
Cara, eu me amarro, só que assim, eu já percebi que eu não fiz a build dela certa. Porque o babado dela, a parada dela é vida. E eu não consegui colocar vida nela. Tem que ser outro Hydro. Não adianta. Ai. Bora lá. Chiquinho, cadê você, Chiquinho?
May knowledge guide you.
Talvez.
Rain outlines your fate.
Acho que agora foi. Pelo menos 3 foram. Não tem habilidade pneuma, mas segue o baile. Deixa eu ver se eu consegui.
Mandei solicitação para VC.
Demorou. Cadê o detalhe do evento? Ah, consegui. É isso que eu preciso, é das protogemas para mendigar uma gacha decente. Deixa eu ver. Vamos lá. Amigos, quase friends. Azar do caramba. É a vida. Deixa eu ver. Onde é que a gente... Detalhista do amigo. Pô, você já tem a Clorinde. Cara, já tem escaramuço. Essa aqui é outra querida também que eu me amarro, que é a Yoimiya, que ela é... Cara, pra quem teve um arqueiro pyro, só a Amber, o jogo inteiro, cara, quando tu consegue uma Yoimiya, cara, é um... Cara, é um oásis, coisa boa, muito bom, muito bom, muito bom. Aplicar pyro muito bem. É como se fosse uma HN1 pyro. Muito bom. Brutal. Pois é, tu tem aí a Emiko, que é justamente o quê? Uma maga 5 estrelas eletro. É sobre isso.
N, estou conseguindo entrar.
Ué,
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
peraí, deixa eu só fazer minhas paradas aqui de reporte. Peraí.
Está falando que já está no modo multiplayer.
Eu acho que é porque eu tava. Deixa eu só fazer essa parada aqui da diária rapidinho.
Body and mind.
Falar com a boneca aqui. Pegar as recompensas
Add
diárias.
Astra Thank you for Add Astra.
Já foi. É sobre esse top. Tenta agora. Ah, viu? Era porque eu tava preso naquela
Foi.
missão. Aí ele não deixa ninguém adentrar. Aí fala aí, qual é o BO? Você tá com medo de pegar Shanil, é isso?
Além desse espesso tem o Zongel e Kazoa.
Ah, porra. Zong cara, é a minha dívida, que tipo, quando eu comecei a jogar um tempão atrás, tinha entrado justamente no banner dele, eu não sabia como funcionava o esquema de banner. Aí já viu, né? Eita, Lelê. Estou aqui, mas não era pra eu estar aqui. Vai pra Fontaine. Oui, oui, mon ami. E ainda tem essa parada de simulacra que eu não fiz ainda. Chega aqui em simulacra, se é que tu consegue vir. Mano. Eita. Eita aí. Oh, que gato.
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me.
É para eu ir aí.
Sim, 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 sim. Volta lá, Kate. Volta lá, Kate.
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
Vai lá, Kate. Cadê sua amiga, Kate?
Aonde vê-se esta?
Eu tô em Simulanca. Simulanca é tipo como se fosse o abismo de Fontaine. Aí, achou.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat. Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair.
Peraí. Olha lá. O telefone toca, toca, toca toda hora. É uma droga.
Hey, are you guys already finished with everything in the metro? No need to prioritize me.
Kirara.
Great, then let's go.
Kirara Act 2.
I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
Bora lá, vamos seguir a Kirara.
Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you.
Ah, gata, lança braba. Aqui.
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
Bora.
Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
Tá? Puxa o bonde.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side? Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed... All right, let's try this again. The path on the...
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me.
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the Future Marquis's Abode to Be. You like it? The Future Marquis's Abode to Be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center. Otherwise, the consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
Shine down! No, my sword! Witness the power of Boudoir! Excellent. Time to act.
Poderia colocar de noite.
Peraí. Só girar no relógio. Assim.
Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair.
MT Orbig pela ajuda. Peguei os peixes.
Ótimo.
Time to act.
Agora não sei mais o que é pra fazer aqui.
Time to act.
So many summers, winters.
The weary foes falter in their quest for...
Ah, they're back. Seems our Outlanders pine for the desktop documents after all. Captivated by the epic poetry.
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent no ill intent.
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cabé, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
let's go get ourselves some...
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for perhaps the Outland...
With wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground.
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First weaken the structure, then seize the treasure!
The Outlander takes a moment to wipe the sweat from their hands, then braces themselves as they grasp their sword. Only now are they ready to attack. Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they remove it. Maybe that's why they're investigating the area thoroughly first. Can't fault them for that. I'm wondering if we can take advantage of this downtime to discuss whether we really need to keep this up.
Oh, if you guys don't want to put on a voice and speak in verse, be my guest. Don't blame me for your own poetic incompetence. The Outlander's comrades urge him on. Keep up the attack. Don't give up halfway.
We didn't want to interrupt because listening to you guys argue is pretty entertaining. But seriously, I'm not about to cheerlead for someone attacking an inanimate object. That's just embarrassing.
Cape, speaking of not giving up halfway, shouldn't that also apply to our performance as bards?
I wouldn't give him that much credit. He didn't give up halfway, he quit before it began! The attack now over! Only one final step remains!
Now it is the time to seize the...
But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts! And your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Him.
Well, there's no fourth person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our three clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the Dragon of Old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say Dragon of Old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander. Noble traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the Dragon of Old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, well, so they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through them.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true? Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied,
the manuscript that tells the truth. Exactly. It is so in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly. To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert...
I guess we should start here?
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Feast your eyes. Rejoice! And
I don't believe it.
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow.
That might be the most bogus logic.
And yet, it seemed that the party decided to visit the sacred...
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and... Oh, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions...
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers. But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Question 1. Who is it?
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide! Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
really need this one?
The Traveller Marquee draws a design that is practical and aesthetically pleasing in equal measure. One thing it is not, however, is correct. I think you should take another look at Bobarano's family crest and have another go. Are you, gonna try again?
Now, let me see what elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tappy. Look! Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Boberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
But a momentary distraction. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. all the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. But a momentary distraction.
The cohort of truth-seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappei's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is... growth serum!
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
Everyone, I have returned. I come with the long-awaited Marquis and their followers to search for the lost origins of our clan.
Well, we weren't told anything about that this morning. Get out of here. Leave us alone.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since greeting you wasn't one of the items included in today's schedule, the relationship quickly soured. If you're just looking for a way in, why not consider taking the path on your left? Determined, presumably, to...
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have...
Over here! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard. I'll go keep watch.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
This is the last one. The signature. So it's true.
Just as we...
I get you. It's like in... But by the time book...
A brief moment. Anyone?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering. So, Paimon...
It's not a stupid question at all, my... The problem is...
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is one ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond...
They're outside! After them!
Still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. Illusion shattered!
Perhaps one should invent some form of curio just... mechanism.
No escape!
You ain't messing around, Wakula! Skyward!
Let's get it on! Hi!
Stray clouds converge!
You're dead meat! dibs.
Look alive! Skyward! Let's get it on! Skyward! These could be salvaged for parts. Shine down!
The thunder falls silent.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
The world remains constant over the centuries, But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
There is no escape!
Let's get it on! Hi! Shine down! Gotcha! Game's up. Fun's over. Skyward!
The secrets of the mechanical arts are too profound to convey in a few simple words. Oh, but why must the listener grow weary whenever I begin to divulge them? Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity. Perhaps one should invent some form of curial discernment mechanism.
Illusion ship! Wakula!
Quietly now.
Shine down! You asked for it! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Here comes the catch. How was I? A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.